Hey everybody, it's Carpo. This is part 2. I hate that I run out of battery in the middle of a thought and I don't have the program to connect the videos. I might be able to do it, I'll try. But anyway, this is part 2 and I was basically talking about how we program ourselves through our life's experiences, how things happen and we don't realize how much they affect us. And dealing with each other's quirks, being able to handle differences in friends. And it's a lot easier to pick on somebody's shortcomings if there's somebody you don't know, because we pick on things that we see in ourselves quite often. For example, the person who is always telling other people that they might have a mental problem, perhaps may be concerned they have a mental problem, or perhaps someone in their family had a mental issue. In other words, if a person perpetuates that over and over, perhaps they have personal experience in their family life or life with that, because people tend to focus on the things that they are accustomed to or things they've experienced. So when a person keeps calling you a loser, perhaps they feel like they're a loser, that kind of thing. It's not always the case, and it's really not relevant to this video any more than to say that people say things all the time, people do things all the time that they don't mean or they're not necessarily sure of, and it's just the world we live in. It's just the reality. And we always pick on each other and find flaws in each other's thinking when it's people we don't know, but when it's friends, we're able to let that go a little bit and maybe take a different approach, like, hey bro, I don't really agree with that, but we don't want to fight about it and have civil discussions. So, which brings me to kind of the point of this video, which is, I don't really know how else to word it other than to say that the internet, now that it's finally left its infancy and become a platform where multiple generations use it, and here I am in Generation X right in the middle, and we're finally able to see how people actually behave. In other words, not just the internet users of the past, but now it's every group, every creed, culture, class. And it's disappointing. And I guess it's brought me to a point in my life where I can really... The reason why it's disappointing is because I see the potential in the people out there that I meet that are very open-minded, who don't have it all figured out, but don't pick at each other because they don't have it figured out. These days, it seems like we're able to finally see the overall behavior of multiple groups of people in one place. And you used to have to actually associate with those groups to see this. And these are, religious, political, the men and the women, the major feminist movements, the major, matriarchies, the patriarchies. Everybody thinks it's the men or the women's fault, or it's the, Republican or Democrat's fault. And it gives us a chance to see how people deal with those differences of opinion in a forum that's similar to being on the road when you're driving, and the way that people handle themselves on the highway. If somebody cuts me off on the freeway, or, jumps out in front of me in a line or something, I might hit my horn. It's the kind of person I am. Like, what a dick. Don't flip them off or get all mad. Just let them know, hey, that was a dick move. If somebody cut in front of me in the line in the store, it would be a different story. Very rarely a person will do something like that, because they have to look you in the face and be there. And this has allowed people to hide behind their tinted windows in their cars and drive like idiots. And the same thing happened with the internet. People hide behind many different accounts or names, and even those who stick their neck out and expose themselves like I do. I've heard, we have to put up with so much shit. I've had so many people tell me that I'm hiding or that I'm fake, like, not so many, but a few at least, just stuff like they're projecting themselves, because when I go to their account, they won't show their face, they won't show who they are. And I started to really realize the things that people say, what they mean by them, I guess is what I'm getting at. that when people say certain things, the type of emotional and social issues that cause us to say those things. And that's the disappointing part, that realizing that it appeared that everything was funneling down, all the information would trickle down, and that we'd be able to finally consolidate all the information out there in the superhighway, in the internet world, and make something out of it. And it seems to me like we're not really doing much with it, that we're not, in other words, the mystery is sometimes, usually, better than the discovery. The journey is often better than the destination. And so having answers to questions sometimes kind of ruins them for some people. Not for me personally, because I love to learn. But I feel like now that we've been given all this, we've been shown that there really is no quick fix. There is no quick fix. There's no quick answer. I guess that's really the root of what I'm getting at. That everybody's pointing at a solution, but most people can't even identify the problem and the root of the problem. And everybody has different opinions about what that is. So, disappointed in seeing that, oh well, maybe there wasn't a magic ticket out of our situation. But B, the bonus of being able to realize that's okay, because that's humanity. That's balance. That's what it's all about. It's balance. Keeping everything in touch with everything else. Not trying to abandon our emotions, not trying to abandon our fellow man, or leave society, not trying to run society, just living. And that's hard for some people, to just live, because we want to feel like we're making an impact or we're leaving our mark. And I guess it's the individual versus the whole. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. Gotta run some errands, so peace out everybody, and hope you have a great day.